Hey everyone, this is Friday, September 27th, 2024. This is the end of week 8 video. This week was incredibly busy and incredibly difficult. I had most of the same therapies, although there were a couple new ones mixed in. And on certain days, I had up to 10 different therapies in a given day. Which makes for a long, hard, tiring day. On those days, I usually get back to the hotel, flop on the bed, either take a nap or just literally go to bed at about 8 o'clock. But everything is still going really good. Had a couple of interesting things happen this week. Number one, one of my new therapies is called cold laser therapy. It's an optional treatment, but one that I wanted to go through. One of my other doctors here at the clinic had suggested that it could possibly help with my tremors that I have in my right hand. Normally my hand is just like shaky like this, especially when I put my thumb and forefinger together. So I wanted to give that a shot and see what they could do. On my second treatment, so that would have been Tuesday, we focused on trying to figure out exactly how to get that taken care of. And so I was laying on one of the exam tables, and the therapist said, stick my right arm straight up in the air, like perpendicular to my body. And of course, my right hand was shaking pretty good. And so he took this device. It's called a Resimax. It's basically think of a kind of a vibrator on steroids. It's really it has a lot of different functions that it can do. But anyway, he took that and started putting the device in and around my ear, and he was moving it very slowly, and he hit a certain spot, and my tremors stopped dead. And so we were like, holy crap, that's amazing. So then he's like, moved it off of that area, and my tremors came back onto that spot. Tremors went still. And so he's like, okay, put your arm down, shake it out, let's wait a minute or two, and let's try it again. So we did. I put my arm straight up in the air, my hand was shaking. He found that same spot again. Tremors stopped completely, completely. It was pretty amazing. So from there, obviously I can't go around with life with a vibrator strapped to the side of my head. Insert joke there. So at that point he took, they have several different lasers. Obviously it's cold laser therapy. So they have all these different lasers, and they point them at different parts of your body when they want to do certain things. And they can adjust like the focus of it, the pulse rate of the laser light. So he shot one right on that spot on my head, and he shot him up on my arm, and we did that on my hand. We let it sit there for about 15 minutes, turned off the lasers. He's like, all right, test it out. I stuck my hand up. It was perfectly still. I mean, it was nothing short of a miracle. So anyway, we kept testing it. We're like, put my thumb and forefinger. I mean, like right there, that my hand should be doing this like it used to. Now it's almost perfectly still. There's still a little bit of tiny tremor in it. You can see there's a little bit of shake left, but I can write again and actually read my handwriting. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It was insane. I mean, even some of the other therapists were coming in there like, what's going on? Because they heard us, raising a fuss when it was happening. I mean, I've lived with those tremors for at least 20, if not 25 years. They haven't always been very bad, but I would say the last 4 or 5 years, they have gotten pretty bad to the point where, texting on a little phone keyboard is difficult. Eating, especially things like corn or cereal or soup, just becomes a big problem. And then, of course, my handwriting. So I'm not considering it completely gone, but we're going to continue to work on it. I mean, it's lasted the better part of that was a Tuesday, so like 4 or 5 days now. I've had almost no tremors, so that was just I can't stop talking about it. Anyway, so that was probably the highlight of the week, even though it has nothing to do with my pain. But in terms of my other treatments, NMR, as you know, one of the most difficult things you ever do in your life. So if you recall on the last video, last Thursday, I think it was, I hit 100 for the first time, which was great. And I was able to stay on it for about 2 minutes. So when you're on that level of stimulation, the longer you can ride it out, the more good it's doing. So then I came back on Monday, and I was only able to get to 50. So I was pretty disappointed with myself. Then Tuesday I got to 100. Wednesday I got to 100. Thursday we tried something completely different. I honestly don't even know how high we got. We did a couple different things. I just forgot to ask my therapist how high I got. But we were doing some extended heel lifts, where you work the back of your legs, the heel, your calf muscles and stuff. Worked a lot on the hamstring. We're trying to strengthen my legs so that my knees don't lock when I stand still, and I get more strength around there. So we were doing all kinds of exercises on the stimulation that are specifically to target that. So over some time, hopefully my legs will get nice and strong, and I can eliminate the locking of my knees, which is a problem, but it's kind of stems from my hyper flexibility that I've had all my life, and as an adult you learn that that's not a good thing. Other than that, let's see what else. We had no graduations this week. There are a couple more coming up in a few weeks. Some people that I've actually got to know pretty well, including someone who at the time of his graduation I think will have been here 15 weeks. He got here in a wheelchair, could barely speak, had a feeding tube, couldn't swallow, was in total pain in a wheelchair, had to have his parents care for him the whole time. And here we are, I don't know, this is only 12 weeks later or something, and he is completely pain-free. He's walking, talking, running laps up and down the parking lot, and just has a complete change in personality. I mean, it's just unbelievable to see. So, again, like I've said before, when you see that kind of stuff going on around you, it just inspires you, gives you hope, lets you know that anything is possible. I'm certainly not nearly as bad as he is or was. So if he can get better, there's no reason I can't. So I am experiencing some lower pain levels at times. They don't last forever, but that'll come in due time. And it's really, and I told this to one of my main doctor up here. They're always asking you how are things going, how are your treatments going, and they see the reports and stuff from the other therapists, and they have morning staff meetings, all of them, and they share notes and compare things and kind of determine best next steps for each individual patient. And my doctor was saying, she's like, you're absolutely going to get there. The conviction by which all of your therapists say that, and you can tell it's not just something to kind of build you up, although that is what it's doing. They say it so matter-of-factly, you're doing everything right, you're putting in the work, you're doing great. The records and the everything that they see at the outcome of each therapy tells them a story that they've seen many, many times before. And they know the outcome of the story. They know how it ends, and it ends with people in complete remission with zero pain or symptoms. So when you hear those people saying about you that you're absolutely your day is coming, just keep doing it, keep trust the process and keep working hard like you have been, and you'll get there. So I'm very pumped up. This upcoming week will be probably just about the same as this week. Maybe some minor detail differences, but still big, long, full days with 8 to 10 therapies every day. So it is extraordinarily hard work. It is very painful work, but every day I'm like, when I'm getting ready to go to NMR, I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this again. And then you just keep focusing your mind on, you've done it before, and picture what it's going to be like when you're completely out of pain. In other words, focus on the prize. And so that's what I do, and every day I end up getting through it, even though I sometimes doubt that I can. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Hope everybody's doing good, and I will see you in the next video.